Good afternoon from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today I'm very excited to share with you this recent arrival. Today we're taking a look at a gorgeous 2007 Audi S4. This S4 is currently showing just over 84,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find the free included Carfax report, alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior of this gorgeous Audi, and showing you some of the more interesting features. Now, of course, as usual, starting here from the exterior, taking a look at the general condition, we'll find a beautiful metallic gray paint screen featuring some beautiful red and silver pinstriping running all the way down the side of the vehicle. And that's a perfect segue to take us into the body condition, looking for any dings, dents, or scratching as we make our way down the vehicle. And you can see that gorgeous pinstriping. It's a really subtle but very tasteful accent. As we make our way all the way down the side of the vehicle, we only run into an issue here on the quarter panel, where you'll find this little scuff into the bodywork. And making our way to the rear, the rest of it presents absolutely beautifully. The 18-inch Audi wheels are in gorgeous condition, wrapped in Continental tires that ride beautifully and have plenty of life remaining. Same goes for the wheels up here at the front. Very, very nice condition, and you can see the beautiful S4 branded brake calipers just behind. Nice big brake rotors as well. You'll find some very nice badging here. You have your clear side marker light, your V8 badge, and the Audi S4 badging just there, finished in red and chrome. You'll see an Audi S model staple here on the mirrors with those nice brushed silver caps. And looking around the beautiful chrome window surround trim, the top looks great. You'll find some minimal wear here on the side trim, but overall it presents very nicely. And that brings us here to the front fascia. You'll find the headlight lenses showing only minimal wear. They do look very nice on both sides of the vehicle, but no major discoloration or oxidation. Looking at the front fascia, you'll find a very small ding there on that body line right there on the hood. You have the beautiful Audi grille finished in that nice piano black with chrome accents. All looks very nice. And one really cool feature about this particular S4, among others, is the fact that it is fitted with the DTM package. So you'll notice this Audi does present a bit more aggressively than your traditional 2007 S4, and that's because this bumper, due to the DTM package, is actually off of an RS4, and this is a factory option. You'll find the bumper cover in great shape all the way around, and if we look a little bit lower, you'll see another portion of the DTM package, this beautiful carbon fiber lower front spoiler. And you have a little bit of damage just there below the driver's side headlight, and a couple of very small nicks, but otherwise really nice condition here at the front of the S4. Now, as the sun comes out, we get an even better view of the paint here on the passenger side. Starting with a look at the front wheel, again, very similar condition to the other two we've checked out, very nice. Going very close to the panel, seeing some more of that beautiful pinstriping work. Making our way down the side, again, it all looks very nice. And here to the rear, there's only one very small ding just there on the top of the door. It's even hard for the camera to pick up. And then we make our way to the rear of the vehicle, of course, not forgetting to show you another wheel in great condition. Now, you'll also find RS4 bumpers fitted on the rear of this S4. You see those very aggressive gills there on the side, looking really nice. Taillights are in excellent condition, no oxidation or discoloration in those lenses, and another beautiful carbon fiber element here on the trunk. From the DTM package, you get that beautiful rear spoiler. It's subtle, but it does add a lot to the aggression here at the back of the S4. A great way to describe this car is elegant aggression, and you see that even lower when we look at the beautiful diffuser and the quad exhausts. Those tips are polished chrome in beautiful condition. Next up, let's take a quick look here at the interior, or as we make our way inside, the first thing your eyes will be drawn to is that 3-pedal manual gearbox, which of course is a great thing to see in one of these cars. Looking at the factory Recaro seating, the black leather is all in very nice shape. You do have a little bit of wear, as one might expect here, on the upper bolster and a little bit on the lower bolster. However, for its mileage, these seats have aged very nicely. Same goes there for the passenger seat and the center console armrest in between. But let's make our way inside so I can stop that dinging and replace it with a much nicer sound, which is that 4.2 liter V8 under the hood firing up. As you can see, fires up without any issue, idling very smoothly. And I'm just going to wait for that center screen to boot up so you can see no issues whatsoever, no lights, no warnings. You just have the brake and the seatbelt light because I am not wearing a seatbelt and the parking brake is engaged. So looking at general condition, we'll start with the dashboard. Very, very nice condition. You have one minor imprint there from a former phone mount or something similar, but it all presents beautifully. Making our way to the steering wheel, you'll find all of your controls, both left hand and right hand, in great shape, and they work perfectly. You do have a mix of perforated as well as solid leather all the way around. Feels great in the hand, and it wears that beautiful S4 badge on the lower portion in the center. You also have an Audi emblem finished in brushed metal and a matching trim around. It's all very nice. I'm actually going to put on the seatbelt so we don't have to hear the seatbelt chime. There we go. Now looking across the center portion of the dash, you have this beautiful carbon fiber trim. It's in absolutely stunning shape as we pass the Quattro badge just there. All the way across that carbon fiber trim just looks amazing. It carries on the dash and both door cards. They've even blended it a beautiful curve from the driver's door into the dashboard. It's a subtle touch, but it really doesn't go unnoticed. It looks great. You can see all of your window controls look nice. You have your door latch just there, finished in that matching silver. And now we can look a little bit lower. We see our radio. Screen is in great condition. All of your controls work. A nice thing to find is this little storage compartment here that opens and doesn't come flying out of the dash, as I've seen on some other S4s for sale. But this one latches right in perfectly. You can see here all of your controls. Beautiful condition, no wear to be noticed whatsoever on any of the switch gear. And we make our way to the climate controls. It's nice to be back in day where everything was buttons and all the buttons work perfectly. You also have your heated seats, which are dials with 6 individual settings, and I have them on 2 right now, and I'm sitting quite comfortably in the seat. They work beautifully. Now this is the main event, so to speak, here in the interior, the 6-speed manual gearbox. Leather shift boot with that nice silver surround trim. Leather shift knob with only a little bit of wear. You can see those small imperfections around the leather. You do have more carbon fiber surrounding that shift boot, all in great shape. If we press down here, we can see the ashtray and power outlet exposed, and that latches back into place exactly as you would expect. Gear changes are smooth. No issues whatsoever. It grabs every gear smoothly, and while going down the road, it feels so rewarding to shift this car. Clutch pedal is responsive, bites right in the middle exactly as it should. Those nice metal pedals with the rubber pads feel great. The pedal box spacing is perfect. Audi, as you know, is a very accomplished driver's first brand. They're all about the driving experience and the engagement, especially in this era with that beautiful V8 engine, which I think we'll take a look at next, but not before. The last thing I show you, this beautiful sunroof. I can move the cover out of the way, and then using this dial here, I'd like to show you the full function of that sunroof, both opening very smoothly and quietly, no issues there, and closing. Again, no problems to report, but we'd like to show you everything working, and it finds its home exactly where it should. But yeah, next up, let's take a look under the hood at the beautiful powertrain that makes this S4 so special. All right, so as you can see, we're here under the hood of the S4 taking a look at a stunning powertrain, not only from a driver's perspective, but also just aesthetically. It looks beautiful here under the hood. Now, as you'll notice right away, and we'd like to cover this, you'll see this upper engine cover isn't fitted with an Audi emblem at this moment. However, I know we got some bad weather coming in. We want to get this listing out to you ASAP, and we do have a brand new engine cover that will be installed in the coming days, and those photos will be reflected on the online listing. So if you'd like to see the brand new engine cover installed, you'll find all those high resolution photos there with the updated engine cover. But moving on to the engine bay itself, we'll find beautiful condition. As we can see, all of the black plastic and metal connections there, they all look very, very nice all the way around the engine bay. The reservoirs are in nice shape as well. I love everything about the way this engine looks under the hood. We can see the exposed ignition coils there in that bright red trim. We see the beautiful silver intake on the top of the engine. You can see the V8 4.2 liters indicated there just ahead of both of these fuel rails. Very, very aesthetically pleasing engine. And also, I'm sure you're familiar with Top Gear's Jeremy Clarkson, claiming this is in his 3 best engines ever conceived. And really, once you get behind the wheel of an S4 or an RS4, that becomes immediately apparent. This engine produces a stunning 340 horsepower and a little bit over 300 foot-pounds of torque. It's beautifully smooth. It feels like it's running on double cream. Really, really smooth operation, and especially when paired with a beautiful 6-speed manual, it really it's such an engaging powertrain. The soundtrack is beautiful. Overtaking ability, power from a low RPM is all there. This engine seriously does everything, and it's also paired to a Torsen center differential, which splits the power up from the front to rear, 40% in the front, 60% in the rear. So you do have that lively rear end. The handling is great, light steering, but tons of response from those nice Continental tires up front. Seriously, an incredible driving experience, and I highly, highly recommend, if you're even considering a vehicle in this category, taking an S4 out for a drive and telling me that I'm wrong, because you will be seriously impressed, as I was, getting behind the wheel of this S4. So next up, we'll make our way to the second row of seating. Looking at the condition, the seats look fantastic. Again, full Recaro leather seating here for your second row occupants. The seat condition on both the back, which we just saw, and the bottom are all just about perfect. And I do have the driver's seat in a very relaxed position. I emphasize that. This is very far back, even for me at 6'4", and I can still fit behind myself. It would be a little cramped. However, with the seat just slightly further ahead, I would fit comfortably behind myself. And I'll actually demonstrate that for you now, because I usually do like to show these things. So as we can see, I can comfortably drive the vehicle just about here. My knees near the dash, but not touching the key. I can operate the clutch without any problems whatsoever. Full travel of the steering wheel without my hands interacting with my knees there. And now, as we can see, I have a little bit more room. I can climb right in behind myself. And thanks to these little bits carved out of the rear of the seat, I have just enough room to sit comfortably. It's a little tight on headroom, but I wouldn't mind too much based on how much fun everybody inside this car would be having. You can also see some more carbon fiber trim on each door in very nice condition, as we can see in the sunlight there. And lastly, we'll make our way into the trunk, which lifts away to reveal plenty of space. It's actually a very deep storage area here in the back. You do have the original floor mats in nice condition. You have some storage nets on the floor and a couple of side storage panels as well. You can see the trunk showing no issues on the inside painted portion there. It's all very clean, very well cared for, and we just went through it in our shop. Gave it a once over, and this car is ready to be enjoyed. And being all-wheel drive, as we saw the Quattro badges all over the interior, this vehicle can be enjoyed all throughout the year. It's a beautiful, luxurious, and sporty driving experience. And as I mentioned, if you haven't been behind the wheel of an Audi S4 or S5 with the V8, I highly recommend you take a serious look. You will be massively impressed, as our whole team here at AlphaCars has been since this one showed up. But if you have any further questions, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you'll find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.